Hi guys. All right, I'm back and Mike's mowing, so it might be a little bit loud. But anyways, I was gonna give you an update on our gardens and our trees and all of that stuff since we haven't done that, and they have grown fast since we did the video of since I did the video when we planted everything. So let me turn you around. All right, so you can see that this garden is taking off. Oh, goodness. One of the babies is yelling. I don't know what for. Probably she wants to eat. We'll go to her in a few minutes. Okay, so let me explain. So as you can see, this garden is like, it has just taken off. It's done so good this year. But let me go over everything. Okay. So we planted our cherry tomatoes in these pots. So there's one, and here's two, and then back there is three. And then this sunflower just kind of grew on its own from our bird feeders. And all of these sunflowers that are back along the fence, so I've got those. This one's opened up, and all those were all came from these bird feeders. So I just transplanted them before I planted the garden up against the fence so they'd be out of the way. So now we have beautiful sunflowers that I didn't even have to do anything for. The birds did it. I just moved them. Okay, so over here we did green beans. I think you can remember me planting them, and they have definitely trailed up, and the one is growing above now the trellis right there. So they're doing good. They're not blooming yet, but that's coming. They're doing good. And then over here on this trellis are spaghetti squash. And let me show you, I'll show you that in a minute, because I have this special boot on my foot because I have a stress fracture. So I don't want to go in there. It's kind of wet from the rain, but I'll go around to the other side and show you. So all of these are squash plants that I planted, grew from seeds. I think you remember when I planted them. I think I did a video on that. So they're all coming up. You can see on this one, a little yellow squash right there growing. And over here, we have some yellow squash growing. And then Taylor pointed out a zucchini. You know what? I'm just going to go in here because I can't show you guys. Oh yeah, look, here's a zucchini growing right there. And these are more zucchinis growing right there. And then I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me see if I can get closer. But right there, underneath that bloom, is a little spaghetti squash, and there's another one underneath of that bloom right there. It's full of spaghetti squash. So they're doing really well. I mean, I'm really pleased with the garden. Here's another green zucchini. Now I do have a yellow golden zucchini. I'm not sure if that's a yellow squash or a yellow zucchini. I have to get my phone chart out and determine what I planted where. And then back here, this is a funny story. I wanted a gourd plant, like a birdhouse gourd plant. And my sister gave me one for Mother's Day. Well, I thought it was gonna die. It didn't look good at all. But I went ahead and planted it and babied it and fertilized it. And well, I think from one plant, it is going crazy, and I have little mini gourds, like right here is one coming out. And if you look through here, look how cute that one's gonna be. He's even in the shape of it. And then over here, right there above that little bloom, you can see it. So it's loaded with those birdhouse gourds. So I'm excited because, oh, and look at this little baby one. Isn't that a little cutie? So I am super excited. The garden is doing good. Here's our cucumbers. I've got them trellising. They're not trellising too well. They're kind of heavy, but let me show you. We have cucumbers that are going to be ready to be picked this weekend. It is loaded with cucumbers. So any of my friends that live local, just let me know if you want a cucumber. Look at this one. They're doing really well. Now these were all plants that I grew from seeds from Haas. The strawberry patch did fantastic. I still have some berries to pick. It's just about done. We got a bunch of strawberries. I think I posted a picture on our Facebook page about them. Over here's our pepper plants. We've got, these are regular sweet peppers here. All of these are sweet peppers. And these three right here are jalapenos, and I got those seeds from a friend. So I grew those. My peas are doing good. They're kind of flopping over here. We had a hard storm the other night, kind of knocked them over, but you can see that I've got little pea pods on there. Some of them are just about ready. Like, I'll show you this one. He's fattening up really nice. So I'm hoping by this weekend we'll be ready to pick our peas. Probably only get 1 or 2 pickings off of them because it is getting kind of late in the season. They took a long time to take off. Over here we have our carrots. They're doing good. And there we have one more head of lettuce over here. Boy, that lettuce has been great. And then those are some trailing flowers that a friend of mine, Julia, gave me the seeds for, so I'm growing those. Those are kind of cool. And then here's all those tomato plants. And this year I'm doing them different with stakes instead of the tomato cages. I'm only doing the tomato cages for my cherry tomatoes, and they are loaded with tomatoes. I mean, I can't be more pleased with the garden this year. And look, two more sunflowers that are coming up on their own. I just let them go because they're not in the way. And then this is that beefsteak that I bought and planted, and then my sister gave me this one, which I believe is a beefsteak. And then I've just got the rest of them aromas because I do a lot of canning, and they are beautiful plants. I mean, I'm very pleased. Let me go over here and show you, like right here. Look at these. They are just beautiful. I don't know that my tomato plants have ever done this good, and I really hope that they continue and I'm not jinxing myself. And then this is a funny story. So this flower down here is called a nasturtium. And last year I planted seeds along the back fence over here in the garden. Came up, they were beautiful, they like just gorgeous nasturtium. Well, this last year, if you remember correctly, we redid the garden. So everything got dug up and new dirt got put in. Well, friends, somehow this nasturtium found its way back. So I moved them all over here to this fence line, and they're going good. So that's it for this garden. Let me take you over to our herb garden. If you remember, I grew my own herbs. Turn you around here. I grew my own herbs, and then Cooper decided that it would be a fun time to come in and dig up Mommy's herb garden. So some of the basil survived, but everything else I had to go to the farmer's store and buy more plants. But we got smart. Turn you around again. And we put up this tall fence. So Mr. Cooper can no longer visit Mommy's herb garden. So here's my basil. I need to start picking it and start drying it. And then there's the parsley there. Of course, the spearmint is just crazy. And then underneath of there, if you can see it sticking out, I might be able to, let me hold down closer. I have some chives that are coming out. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're right there. And then this bush right here is a bee balm, and You can't even see my hosta that's hidden behind it. My hosta is way back in there, but you cannot see it. This bee balm is crazy. I've got a tree there that I need to pull up. So I need to get in here because I need to weed this. I just saw this. I've been keeping the weeds down on everything so good this year. So, and then my roses are doing good. There's my rose bush from Joey and my one from my mom. I need to dust them because I see the bugs are starting to bite them. So I need to spray some stuff on them to keep the bugs off. And then this is my cute little yellow rose bush that Taylor and Connor gave me for Mother's Day. So I'll come over here closer because I said I was going to show you closer the spaghetti squash. So look right through here. Below this little bloom right there, do you see that? That's a spaghetti squash. And I mean to tell you, I don't know that I can eat all these spaghetti squash. I may have to set up a little farm stand at the end of my driveway to try and get rid of some of those spaghetti squash. All right, so let's venture down to the other garden. I want to show you what happened. We're really nervous that our corn crop might be gone. Fingers crossed it's not. One row of our potatoes is doing something weird with the leaves. We think it has a virus, but I can't quite get a clear answer as to what we're supposed to do to fix it. So we may be losing that entire row of potatoes, which are the Kennebec. My gold are good and my sweet potatoes are good, but I don't know. It's our first year planting this stuff, that kind of stuff. So I want to show you because I also planted some melons, and me and Taylor planted some honeydew and some cantaloupe and watermelon and everything. So let's venture down to the other garden. We'll take the four-wheeler. See you in a second. Okay, I am back at the garden down here, and I have to show you these cutie patooties. They have spotted me, and they are crying the blues because they want to eat. I haven't fed them yet. It's pitiful. It's pitiful. Their bellies are showing me that they've had a lot to eat today, so they're not starving like they think they are. All right, so let me show you this garden. Let me flip you around. So this is an electric fence. So I'm not actually going to go in here. I'm just going to show you. So, well, maybe I will go in here because I kind of want to see if anybody can give me. This thing is snapping. Mike needs to weed eat around it. Okay. So this first row here, this first row of potatoes here are the Kennebecs. And I have to tell you, I don't know what is going on with them. The other potatoes are fine, but look at their leaves. From what I'm reading, it's a virus. And it's definitely not a lack of water because we have been watering them, and the other potatoes are not doing it. So I don't know. We are at a loss as to what is going on. The other potatoes are looking good. No issues. The wind and the rain really turned everything a little bit topsy-turvy down here the other night. But, all right, so here's the watermelon. So I planted this, and it has taken off with all that rain. Let me get over here. I don't want to get my boot muddy. I'm gonna have to clean it off. And then here we planted cantaloupe, and then another cantaloupe, and then that's a honeydew, and then we have pumpkins down here. So everything looks good. Oh, and these are sweet potatoes right here. We planted like 6 sweet potato plants. The wind really like moved everything around the other night and bent everything over. It doesn't look like it's in a straight row anymore because of the wind. But that's okay, everything survived. We had a bad storm the other night. And you can see that my pumpkin here is blooming. So Taylor's pretty excited about that. Now I'm gonna show you my corn. And actually it looks better today than it has. So it is not supposed to be leaning like that. And that storm that we had the other night pretty much laid all of my corn over. Now today it's looking a little bit better, like it's trying to come back up. We may have to come in here and help some of it, but guys, I don't know. That's a lot of corn to help, but we'll help it. But it's just like, you can see this one, he's like laying real over. So hopefully it didn't break them. They look good. We've read just to leave them alone. Give them a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, even a week, and it should straighten itself up. But look at that. That up there seems to be okay. Boy, it's leaning. That rain and that wind the other night, we needed it. But boy, and look, I'm gonna have to come back down here and dust, because look, something is something has eaten the blooms off the top of these. So guess what I'm gonna be doing tonight? I'm gonna be putting some dusting on them. So I don't know. You can tell the leaves on this row here, they are not looking right. So any of you that watch the video that know anything about potatoes, give me a shout out, because I don't know what's going on with them. This, like I said, is our first year of growing potatoes. I don't think that's supposed to be laying there. Not sure where that's supposed to be, actually. Let's just leave that off and we'll ask Mike. So that's the garden. It's looking okay. A couple issues here and there, but I think all in all it's looking good. Let's go over here and see these goats, because if I just leave without seeing them, they're not going to be happy with me. So they're finally all blending in together as a great little herd. So excited. What's going on? Look at your bellies. You've eaten a lot. Oh, you have, honey. Look at your bellies. Everybody looks so good. Is that grass yummy? It's beautiful tonight. The weather is gorgeous tonight. We were so hot last week, and Monday we had that storm. It was like in the 60s, which was really cold. And then yesterday and today we've only been in the 70s. It's been so nice. I know the heat's coming back, but all right. So let's go check out the fruit trees, which we've got a problem with them too. We should have, well, we put fencing around them, but they've grown, and now we're realizing the deer are trying to eat them. Well, first let's go over and look at the blueberry bushes and stuff. So I'll turn you around so you can see the view. Okay, they think I'm feeding them, but I'm not feeding them yet because I can't go in there with this boot on. So I have to show you one more new thing that Mike's been doing. He was supposed to videotape it, but he didn't. Sorry, that just fell. Turn you back around and show you. So since my goat herd is growing, and it looks like it's going to be continually growing, Mike has built like an overhang shed for his tractor. So we got the roofing in today. We ordered it from the same company. Well, we went to the company that we bought our barn from, Shenandoah Sheds. Love them. They are wonderful. If you need a shed or a barn and you're in this area, look them up. Good prices, great people to work with. Couldn't think of any better people to work with. Anyways, we called them. We said, can you please order us some of this roofing? And guess what? They ordered it for us. So we got it today. Mike's gonna put it on this and finish this all up. So his tractor's got its own little shed now. And then eventually what he's gonna do is he's going to this area is going to be converted into one big open area so that all goats can be together, and then the stalls will be kept just for birthing stalls or new babies if we get any more. So look at my sign. We added Toffee and Snickers name to it. So cute. Oh, here they come. Babies, it's not time yet. Look at your belly. Look at that belly. You guys are goofy. All right, I'll be back in just a little bit. It's not time. I might want to order more solar panels. Boy, I'm telling you, we just have to keep upgrading to keep up with everything. But he ordered more solar panels. He's going to mount them, I think, on top of this shed here. This barn is going to be used pretty soon. I'm so excited. We are getting the, this is going to turn into the man cave. And no, it's not Mike's man cave. It is going to be a man cave for the boyfriends of the girls over there in the barn. So we're in touch with the breeder that we got Snickers and Toffee from, because we love them, love her. She is wonderful. She's been such a big help, such a big mentor. Her and the breeder that we got Jax and Lucy from. Oh my gosh, I just can't express enough gratitude to them for teaching me and being patient with me. So we're gonna get some boys. So the boys are gonna be in this house, and their fence will run that way. The electric fence will run that way. Look at Lucy peeking out. Like, where are you? What are you doing? All right, so let's back to this, because I got to get these animals fed. So here's our grapevine. Look at all these grapes. Last year we were full of grapes just like this, and the deer got through that wire. We pull it across, and the deer got through, and guess what? They ate them all. They ate them all the day before we were going to pick them. So look at all of these grapes. I am so excited. This is going to be our first year that we're actually going to get grapes. They're just loaded in there. Loaded. So we have that. And then I'm noticing, I haven't been over here in a while. We need to get something for this guy. This is our raspberry bush. We need to dust him. He's getting eaten by something. So this is our black raspberry bush. It's blooming. It said we should get fruit the first year. So that's one kind. And oh, look, we have fruit. Look at this one. We have fruit. So, but I need to dust because something is eating their leaves. So I've got some stuff coming in. Some organic spray. So I'm gonna put that on it. But yeah, those are doing great, but I almost feel like we need to build a trellis for him. He's going crazy up against the fence. So I have to talk to Mike about that. I don't want it going through the fence. Yeah. Okay. So that's our raspberry, blackberry. I don't remember what we planted. I got to look at the tag. I think they're raspberries. I don't think I got blackberries. Let me put this back to keep the deer out. I'm actually surprised that keeps the deer out, but fingers crossed it still stays working. All right, let me go over here. Show you. I'll be over there in a minute. In a minute. You're okay. You're okay. All right, so we're gonna walk here. Ouch, I got a little thorn in my finger from that raspberry bush. Okay, so this is our blueberry bush that we planted this year. He's already growing blueberries. He's doing good. These guys we have picked 2 or 3 times off of them. They are loaded with blueberries. I've got to do something with them. They're in our freezer, our refrigerator. So they are just loaded with blueberries. We need to come down here and pick again. And they are the best blueberries. They are so sweet. So they're doing good. Let's walk over here. I see our peach tree, which Mike's supposed to be spraying this, and I'm getting nervous because Japanese beetles get our peaches every single year. And you can see our peaches are really getting big, and we've got this organic spray that Mike got from the farm store that's safe for the pets, safe for humans, and it'll keep those beetles off. We are just loaded with peaches. Of course, they're nowhere close to being picked, but they are just going crazy. They're about the size, about that size you can see in comparison to my hand, so they're not ready yet. Comes Taylor down. All right, let's go over here and check out our trees. And this is what I was talking about, that the deer are getting them. So we're gonna have to, I think we're gonna get some sort of netting to put over top and hook to the fencing of it, as those deer. So that's one of our pear trees. It's not producing anything right now, but as you can see, it looks good, except for the deer are eating the leaves. And then this pear tree is producing some stuff. He's got some pears, some fruit on it. I don't know if you can see that from here, but he's got fruit on it. And as you can see, some of the leaves are missing from our friendly deer. And these are our apple trees. And there's apples on there, but the leaves are missing. And on this tree, we have red apples, little red apples. And a lot of them are missing from you-know-who. So there's apples like right there, and there's some over there, and there's a bunch up there. So we're gonna have to put some sort of a netting over top of these trees to keep them safe from the deer, because they are eating our trees up. So there's Mike mowing. It's a never-ending story here, the mowing. All right, so I think that's it with all the fruits and vegetables. I think I covered everything. Did you guys check out Wanda's video of the bad hair day? Yeah. What's going on, girls? You ready to eat? Hair's looking good. Girls, you must have stayed in out of the rain yesterday. Hair usually doesn't look that good after rain. I know, Dixie. So, all right, guys. So that's it. So, say hi to Taylor. Taylor's tired. She volunteers at the place where she takes her riding lessons. She volunteers for horse camp week, and she is pretty tired, but it's good for her. She enjoys it. She enjoys those little kids. All right, so that's it, guys. So I am going to log off and end this video, and we'll be back with another video soon. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.